These are some Dinar Guru updates. Um, let's see here. Starting off with foot forward. For those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, you know what the rate is already. For newer people, my opinion, that is not financial or investment advice. My opinion is the rate will be at least $3.50 and more likely $5. Frank 26 says we have a date. It's a solid date. At the onset, it will come out at a rate of 1-to-1, in my opinion. The rate will be domestically and internationally recognized. This is the process of monetary reform, the lava flow that we call redenomination, the revaluation, and now finally the reinstatement. This phase is approaching us in the near proximal future. Frank 26 also said 1-to-1. Inside of Iraq, you're going to have 1 dinar. What are you going to have in the other hand? A dollar? No. They base it on the exchange rate of the dollar. They don't have any dollars in their country. A dinar is a dinar inside the country of Iraq. The value of that dinar is equivalent to an American dollar. Not bad. You got purchasing power. Outside of Iraq, it depends on what you want to convert it into. Let me ask you this. Outside of Iraq, I have a 25K note in my hand. What do I have in my other hand? And I'm an American citizen. $25,000. Internationally, it's a completely different ball game. All right, Jeff says, I've been telling you that they're going to do the rate change this month in March. Their back wall for March has to be Sunday the 21st to do it. The reason why is because they would need the last week of March to complete the suspended laws. They just need one reading and they're done. We're in great shape. Right, Pimpy says there's nobody from an official capacity who said, hey, we're going to be swapping lower denominations for higher denominations. That usually happens when we do what's called a lop. That's when they knock the 3 zeros off the dinar, not the rate change, the dinar. That's devaluing the dinar. In other words, a million dinar all of a sudden becomes worth 1,000 in ours dollars because they took 3 zeros off. That's not a good thing. I never seen an official announcement that lower denominations were coming out. I do know for a fact that they exist. I got confirmation on that and I was allowed to share that information. It's just a matter of when. That's what everybody has been waiting for. All right, Mark Z via PDK, hearing the HCL will pass in Iraq on Wednesday or early Thursday. This is profit sharing for the off-fields in Iraq or in Kurdistan. When this passes, I am told, boom, budget is done and we have a new rate. So I'm watching this very closely. Foot forward via Frank 26 said the rate will be $1 internationally. As things stand, there is something in place that will make it actually illegal for them to come out that low. And Frank doesn't know about this and no one else does either. Frank may also be getting misinformation. I know I have the best source on the rate. I like Frank. This isn't anti-Frank. Jeff says, in my opinion, Vietnam needs more time, easily another year. In my opinion, no other currencies will go with the Iraqi dinar. The Iraqi dinar is the only currency you're going to see that change the rate at this time. All right, Mark Z via PDK, question, should we use the bank or redemption center to exchange? Answer, as I understand it, if you walk into a regular bank, you will get whatever the street rate is. You are not going to get the higher contract rates. So in my opinion, I would choose to go to a redemption center. Also, not all banks are set up with machines to verify your currency. They would send it off and take a day or two. I don't know about you, but I don't know what I would trust all the tellers that would be handling it without me around. Maybe missing a few bills. I choose redemption centers where they will verify it right in front of your face. All right, and RayRen98, I feel a rate change coming directly. Hint to the wise, don't rush in for the lower exchange rates. It gets greater later. Pimpy says stay away from anybody that gives you a date, anybody who gives you a rate. The best anybody can do is speculate. Some people take a more educated stab at that date and rate. Some people are just farting in the wind hoping something sticks. Don't get caught up in that stuff. Stay grounded. Does that mean that an RI or an RV won't be announced? I didn't say that. It could be announced any day, but there's no guarantee out that a day is going to be here any day soon. Mark Z via PDK, question, what IDs do we need to take to the exchange? Answer, I was told take whatever you would usually take to open bank accounts. Call your bank if you want to verify this. I am told a current picture ID like driver's license and passport. I would suggest bringing your social security card or whatever correlating ID you have in whatever country you are in as well. Basically, call your bank and ask them what IDs you need to bring open an account. All right, lastly, Mountain Goat article quote, member of parliament, parliamentary signatures submitted to restore the dollar's exchange rate, unquote. More pressure, but many of these PMs also want the project to delete the zeros and not just to go back to 1200 rate. They want at least a 1-to-1 and the lower denominations to come back.